the immortal John Hancock, and today I'm talking about this. Look familiar? That's right. It looks like the same device that Soulja Game Handheld that has been everywhere on the news. TomTop, company in China, has sent this for me to review. So here we go. This looks the same as the Soulja Game Handheld. Let's check it out. So here it is, the Soulja Game Handheld, and here's some info on it. It talks about it, shows different pictures, advertises build-in 3,000 plus games. And this is what I'm reviewing. This is from TomTop, and this is the R9 Plus portable handheld game console, built-in 3,000 different games. Looks very familiar. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's probably the same thing. Alright, here we go. This is the box it came in. Retro game. Pretty generic. And this is just an emulator handheld. Plays arcade, some portable stuff, and consoles of yesteryear. Comes with a broken English instruction manual with some basic functionality. This can play music and videos and all that. And here is the actual console. It has 4 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons. Good enough for games, I would say, you know, arcade, Super Nintendo, etc. and before. Has a weird cartridge that you can plug in your micro SD cards. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know if I had to format mine differently. Mine didn't work. And there you go. There's the unit. And takes a DC 5 volt. Comes with a power cord. Plug into a USB. Didn't take too long to charge up. Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and boot this up. This is the screen that you get when you boot it up. And if you've noticed right there, it might be hard to see, but I do have a dead pixel on the unit that came from me. I'm pretty bummed about that. And down here you can go to different things. Here's the settings. Here's the different settings that you can do in the TV out mode. You go back here, you go to the first one, and that's the one that you're going to want. And these are all the different things that are built in to this device. Total bootleg. This has a crazy amount of games on it, different things. You go in here, you know, CPS. You have a bunch of arcade games. Does have Ghouls and Ghosts on here. Gonna check that out. It's got Neo Geo, which is it's funny. It's got Neo Geo, but then they put like stuff that isn't Neo Geo in with this Neo Geo category. Tons of stuff. Game Boy Advance, lots of Game Boy Advance stuff. Sometimes when you press the button, like I pressed the button, it took a while to load. So there's that. There's a ton, an absolute ton of Game Boy Advance games. I mean, goes on for quite a bit. Super Famicom. It's got Mega Drive. It's got a ton of stuff. That, again, 3,000 games. Lots of stuff here. Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Game Gear. I love seeing that. And Game Boy. So really cool to see that. I'm going to show some gameplay, and let's check it out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and show you Strider. So this is on the actual screen. Sound is not great. sound is a little distorted. And so, yeah, I was curious. It does come with a lot of Game Gear games. And, the games vary from system to system. Some of the bigger game consoles, you have hundreds of games on here. But it does have a decent amount of Game Gear, more than I thought. Some classics on here, including Mega Man. And, it's for that, people might be curious in checking this out. My big problem with it is that it runs all the games kind of with not a lot of options to mess around with the screen. It is only AV out, so playing this on a CRT is cool. So that's cool, but playing this on like a modern TV, it doesn't look so great. And so just wanted to show you this. This is Game Gear, and this is the Mega Man version, and so it's nice to see that. And I am almost 100% sure, I didn't ask him, that they didn't get permission to put this game on here. So there's that issue. And for some people, that's going to be an issue, and understandably so. But this is it. It's not running 100%. But for people that want to play on emulator, it's not going to matter. Alright, here we go. There's going to be a lot of people out here that are going to hate this device, say, how dare you? I'm not here to talk about the ethics, okay? This is a device that people might be curious in if they're into playing emulated games. My thoughts are, why would you want to play something that's just half of everything? Yes, a lot of people are going to be lured to this device because it plays lots of games, but they're all pirated. And there's some issues with it. Play some of the older stuff okay. I mean, I'm playing this game and this is okay. And some people might like that. Other people, play it another way. If you're a fan of the At Games Genesis handhelds, you may like this device. It's got a lot of Sega on here. The only downside is, sounds pretty bad. It doesn't run the games 100%, and that's a shame too, because it was a missed opportunity for this device. Yes, you can add games, but it's tough. After playing Sega Genesis classics on original hardware, there's several other devices on the market, including the Hyperkin Mega Retron HD that plays the games, awesome. And then you play it on this, and it's like, yeah, it's not perfect. Like, just emulate games on the computer if you're going to go that route. Yes, this is portable, but it's not running them great. The sound is off. There's a lot of things to not like about this device. On top of ripping off essentially every video game company known to man. At first you're excited. You see a ton of games on here. I can play this, I can play that. And then you hear the sound. It's like, ugh, that's not good. And, it's just one of those things where I got to experience and am blessed that I've been able to experience so many games when they came out or, on original hardware. And I know for some people that's not an option. For some people out there, playing an emulator, you might have space issues. And the problem is when you play a game in an emulator, you're typically not getting it 100%. And sometimes there's options and features that you can add to make a game awesome. This is not the case with this. This is a stripped down emulator. It plays multiple consoles, which means there's sacrifices. Things aren't running 100%. And so, yes, you get to play a lot of games, but a lot of the games are not running optimally. There's screen tearing, there's sound issues. And, here you go. You got games such as this that, shouldn't be on here but are. And it's just one of those things where, I don't know. I just would play this lots of different ways and not this way. But it's on here. And so you got your classics, you got your Mario Land, you got your Donkey Kong. It's got a bunch of this stuff. And so if you're one of those types of people that like playing on emulator or like collecting cheap Chinese clones, because this is what this is. It's a cheap Chinese clone that you know, does an okay job of emulating stuff. Sound is off. Sometimes there's weird graphic issues on things. It's okay, but you know, for me, you know, I'm in a position where I can play it on original hardware, so I'm not a fan of playing it this way. If you want a cheap way of experiencing things, you know, get an emulator. Alright, so here's the deal. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to look at this and say, that's pure garbage, okay? Fair enough. This product has issues. I had a dead pixel on my screen. Some of the features were weird. I had to take the battery off when I first got it to turn it on and off. I had some functionality issues. I couldn't get my micro SD card to read. Lots of problems. The games built in, there's a lot of games there. Yes, you know, for people that don't like pirated games, this is not for you. For people that like these weird Chinese handhelds, this is kind of an oddball to have in like a handheld collection. So it wasn't all bad. There was enough there to not like, and there was some things to like. It's up to you. I'm not here to recommend it or buy it or to hate it. So there you go. This is what I think the Soulja game handheld is. And pretty much that's why I kind of alluded to it early in the video. Thank you so much for people continuing to watch my humble channel as I march towards 80,000 subs. I'm having a lot of fun. This was an odd one to talk about. I did a quick look at it, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. This is your moral John Hancock. You take care.